Welcome to the third edition of ObserveNow's Super 40 Digital Native Summit and Awards, presented by Niazi's Google Cloud, co-presented by IBM. I have here with me Mr. Imran from Trustsignal. I request you, sir, to please kindly introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Imran Khan Niazi. I'm the co-founder and the CTO of Trustsignal. So I have a huge experience. I have around 15 years experience in technology, which is mostly in the advertisement technology and communication platforms. So Trustsignal is a communication platform which helps the companies to communicate with their end client and to promote their products and their services.
Thank you so much, sir. So, in the very brief conversation that we had right before this, one thing very interesting came up was like in terms of all the digital transformation applications out there. When we talk about AWS and GCP, they've earned some sort of a trust in the market. However, it might not be technically very relevant. So, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, of course. When the things are associated with the brands like Amazon and Google, it generates the trust in the people. However, technically, in case of the usage which I am doing, so from a technical standpoint, we have a very hybrid model where we use some part of AWS, where we use BigQuery and PubSub of GCP, which is Google Cloud Platform. And then we use DigitalOcean, and then we use MongoDB Atlas as well. So it's in a hybrid model which we have. But at times what happens is when I talk to some of my clients, so and while telling them out about the hybrid model, so some of them they ask like why not it's on AWS or why not on GCP, because of the trust they hold into the market. But however, I don't believe that technically the services which I'm using there's any difference in that. And second thing which barred me from like using completely those on one services is, so I believe in going for a hybrid model. Whatever is best available in the services, you go for that. And second thing is the cost thing. Like there is a data transfer cost which is in AWS, which is they call it increase, and similarly the data transfer cost in GCP also it tend to be very high, whereas the cloud services which I am using, which is DigitalOcean, over there it's not there. So that's why for those things like where I have a high data in IO, so I use those services. And for few services, I am using GCP, and then for let's say CDN, I'm using CDN 77, and for and for few services, I'm using for Net Gateway kind of services, I'm using AWS, and again for PubSub and all these things, I'm using GCP. So that's why I think in that kind of a scenario, I think the hybrid model seems to be good enough. But in case if the price cutting solutions on the costing comes to a certain level, so that I can think of migrating all things to the Google, so that whenever I talk to the people, I can also enjoy the benefit of the trust which they both hold.
That's absolutely very interesting to hear, sir. So also, sir, we gathered here today to talk about transformative future, generative AI and stuff. So what exactly is your opinion on the same, and how is Trustsignal incorporating that within the organization?
So one thing is like I'll say that the use should be in a very right manner. So we have been using it for the monitoring purpose, and then and the negative use which I have seen in the newcomers is which is across, not only in Trustsignal, which is across is and I'm worried about the situation like where people the new developers are just using this thing to write their own code. So which is something is not a great thing, and I think they would not able to make a great future out of it. Probably they'll survive for few years, but at the end they need to understand this thing out as well, like what they've been written or what has been given by the AI platform, whether it's a ChatGPT, Cloud.io. Even I have done some experiment along with my team, and we have seen that okay, we have got the result, but the moment we scale on the same results, so it breaks. Right. So my point is like it can help you out. It can be your peer programmer, but it cannot replace you as a programmer. So you need to understand the thing which you are working on. So you should not be slave of those two tools. So that is one. Second thing which I want to mention is, so we have been using AI for for generating where we can give where we can replace a real agent from, for example, for let's say for the customer services, is we have a AI chatbot engine which will answer on behalf of the organization, and it is that wise that it knows that at what point they need to transfer the conversation to the real agent. So that is, and at a certain point, if the real agent wanted to jump into the conversation, they can also do that. So this is what we have been offering into the market from AI standpoint. And apart from this, like we had a panel discussion regarding the Gen AI pros and cons. So which again I'll say that this reminds me of the primary school article which we all have gone through, that science is a boon on curse. So it's all depend like how you're going to use it. But whatever the intent is, positive or negative, the Gen AI of course is going to help you at a great extent, and also in saving the time a lot.
Thank you, sir. That is truly insightful. Just one last question to wrap it up. How has your experience been so far? If you have to, how was your day? How did you enjoy the event?
So yeah, I enjoy the discussion. It was a very wonderful discussion. A lot of insights from the other companies I get to know, and it's a great session to meet new people, to understand the new business. So that's why it's pretty good.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully, we'll see you next time as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.